The family of the man charged with attacking a group of pro-Israeli demonstrators in Boulder, Colorado on Sunday has been taken into Immigration and Customs Enforcement custody. That's according to Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. In a post on X Tuesday, Noem said Mohammed Suleiman will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law and that the DHS will investigate everything his family knew about the attack. Suleiman is facing multiple counts of attempted murder as well as a federal hate crime charge. He has a Thursday hearing scheduled for state charges and a Friday hearing for the federal hate crime charge. For more on this, let's bring in CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez. Camilo, always good to see you. What can you tell us here about his family being detained and what's next for them now?
Well, Nancy, Department of Homeland Security officials tell CBS News that the suspect's family, his wife, and their children remain in Immigration and Customs Enforcement custody and are now facing deportation proceedings. The government is trying to deport them from the U.S. We understand, based on the information available, that the family, just like the suspect, entered the U.S. legally on temporary visas, but those visas, that permission to be in the U.S., has been revoked after this attack. And it is really critical to underscore that while the White House has said that this family could be deported as early as tonight, it is very much unclear whether that is actually possible, because typically the deportation process is not that quick.
Sure.
Usually migrants have a chance to contest their deportation. We'll see if the family has that chance too.
Wow, as soon as tonight. Wow. Shifting gears, you have also some exclusive reporting here on a potential rule that could prevent asylum seekers from getting work permits. What does that mean?
This would be a significant change to U.S. immigration policy. And just to level set, since the 1990s, the U.S. has allowed asylum applicants to request a work permit, work authorization, while their cases are adjudicated by U.S. courts or U.S. asylum officers. And typically, after 180 days of their cases being filed, they can request a work permit. But the Trump administration is considering a regulation, we are told by U.S. officials, that would pause and suspend all work permit applications for asylum seekers. And that pause could only be lifted, according to this regulation, once officials start to process all asylum applications within 180 days. And that time frame would be very much unlikely to be met, it would be really unlikely to be met, rather, because of this massive backlog of cases. The second change is that even if that pause is lifted and that time frame is reached, asylum seekers would now have to wait a year, not 6 months, to be eligible for that work permit.
So given how big this shift is or could be, could it eventually face some legal challenges here?
Yes. In fact, back in 2020, when the first Trump administration tried to curtail work permits through a similar regulation, that effort was blocked in federal court.
Camilo, thank you very much for joining us, as always.